Hello, welcome back to the reading of the poem of the Man God, written by Marie Valtorta, Volume 3, Chapter 317, Part 1, Leaving Ptolemais for Tyre. 3rd November 1945. The town of Ptolemais looks as if it is to remain overwhelmed by a low leaden sky, without a gleam of azure, without any change in its dullness. There is not a cloud, a cirrus, a nimbus sailing all alone in the closed vault of heaven. The firmament looks like a solid, convex, heavy lid on the point of crashing on a case. A huge lid of dirty, sooty, dull, oppressive tin. The white houses of the town seem to be made of chalk, of coarse, rough chalk that looks desolate in this light. The green of evergreens seems dull and sad. The faces of people look wan or ghastly, and the shades of their clothes colorless. The town is stifled with heavy sirocco. The sea matches the sky with similar deadly dullness, an infinite, still, lonely sea. It is not even leaden. It would be wrong to describe it as such. It is a limitless expanse, and I would say rippleless, of an oily substance, as gray, I suppose, as lakes of crude petroleum must be, or rather, if it were possible, lakes of silver mixed with soot and ashes, to make a pomade with a special brightness of quartziferous scales, which, however, is so deadly dull that it does not seem to shine. Its gleaming is noticed only through the discomfort it causes to one's eyes, dazzled by such flickering of blackish mother of pearl, which tires them without delighting them. There is not a wave as far as the eyes can see. One can see as far as the horizon, where the dead sea touches the dead sky, without seeing a wave stir. But one realizes that the water is not solidified because there is an underwater gurgle, which is hardly perceptible on the surface through the dark glittering of the water. The sea is so still that at the shore the wave is as motionless as the water in a vat, without the slightest indication of waves or surf. And the sand bears clean marks of dampness at a meter or a little more from the water, proving thus that for many hours there has been no movement of waves on the shore. There is dead calm. The few boats in the harbor do not stir. They are still that they seem to be. They are so still that they seem to be nailed on a solid substance. And a few strips of cloth stretched out on the high decks, ensigns or garments, whatever they may be, are hanging motionless. The apostles with the two bound for Antioch are coming from a lane in the working-class district near the harbor. I do not know what has happened to the donkey and the cart. They are not there. Peter and Andrew are carrying one chest, James and John the other one, while Judas of Alphaeus is carrying on his shoulder the dismantled loom, and Matthew, James of Alphaeus, and Simon Zealot are laden with all the bags, including Jesus's. Syntyche is holding only a basket with foodstuffs. John of Endor is not carrying anything. They walk fast among the people coming back, mostly from the market with their shopping, while seamen are hastening towards the port to load or unload ships or repair them, according to their requirements. Simon of Jonah is proceeding resolutely. He must be already aware of where to go, because he does not look around. He is flushed while holding the chest on one side by a loop of rope which serves as a handle, and Andrew does likewise on the other side. As one can see, both in them and in their companions, their efforts in carrying their weights, as the muscles of their calves and arms bulge. In fact, in order to move freely, they are wearing only short, sleeveless undertunics, and are thus like porters hurrying from warehouses to ships, or vice versa, doing their work. They thus pass by completely unnoticed. Peter does not go to the large quay, but along a squeaky footbridge he goes to the little one, a little arched pier forming another much narrower dock for fishing boats. He looks around and cries out. A man replies, standing up in a stout, rather large boat. "Do you really want to go? Mind you, sails are of no use today. you will have to row. It will warm me up and give me an appetite. But are you really capable of sailing? Hey man, I could not say mummy yet, and my father had already put line and sail ropes in my hands. I sharpened my milk teeth on them. It's because, this boat is all my wealth, You already told me yesterday. Don't you know any other song? I know that if you go to the bottom, I will be ruined, and I will be ruined because I shall lose my life, not you. But this is all I own. It's my bread, my joy, and the joy of my wife. It's my little girl's dowry, and, listen, don't get on my nerves, which are already seized with a cramp. A cramp. More dreadful than a swimmer's. I have given you so much that I could say I bought your boat. I did not haggle over the price you requested by you, you sea thief. I proved to you that I am more familiar with oars and sails than you are, and everything was settled. Now, if the leek salad you had last night and your mouth stinks like a bilge has given you nightmares and remorse, I don't care. The business was done in the presence of 2 witnesses. One was yours and the other one mine, and that's all. Get out of there, you shaggy crab, and let me in. Let me get in. But at least some guarantee. If you die, who will pay for my ship? Your ship? Are you calling this hollowed pumpkin a ship? You miserable, proud man. But I will reassure you, providing you make up your mind, I will give you another 100 drachmas. With this lot and what you wanted as rent, you can buy 3 more of such moles. No, just a moment. No money. You would be equally capable of saying that I am mad and asking for more when I come back. Because I will come back, you may rest assured. Even if I have to come back to teach you a lesson by boxing your ears, if you have given me a boat with a faulty keel, I will pledge the donkey and cart to you. No, not even that. I will not trust you with my Antonius. You might change trade and from a boatman become a carter and slink off while I am away. And my Antonius is worth your boat 10 times over. It is better if I give you some money. But mind you, it is a pledge, and you will give it back to me when I come back. Is that clear? Hey, you off the boat. Who is from Ptolemais? 3 faces appear from a nearby boat. We are. Come here. No, it's not necessary. Let us settle the matter between ourselves, begs the boatman. Peter scans his face, ponders upon it, and when he sees that the other man leaves the boat and hastens to put on board the loom that Judas had left on the ground, he whispers, I see. He shouts to those in the other boat, it's no longer necessary. Stay where you are. And taking some coins out of a small purse, he counts them and kisses them, saying, goodbye, my dear. And he hands them to the boatman. Why did you kiss them? Asks the amazed man. Just to write. Goodbye, you thief. Come on, all of you. And you, man, at least hold the boat. You will count them later and will find that they are right. I do not want to be your companion in hell, I'm not a thief. Heave ho, heave ho. And he pulls the first chest on board. This has been a reading from the poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 3. Chapter 317, Part 1, Leaving Ptolemais for Tyre. Thank you for listening. I will see you tomorrow. May God bless you, and may peace be with you.